The discovery. A disturbing message. Dr. Liam Hoffman, a brilliant xenobiologist, sat hunched over his desk, his eyes fixed on the cryptic message glowing on his computer screen. It was from his father, Dr. Elias Hoffman, a message he never expected to receive. "Liam, I've made a breakthrough, but I fear I've gone too far. They're coming for me. The truth lies in my hidden lab. Find it before they do. The fate of our world depends on it." Liam read the message again, a knot forming in his stomach. His father, a once renowned scientist, had become a recluse in recent years, consumed by his secretive research. And now, this message, filled with desperation and warning. The hidden lab. Without hesitation, Liam raced to his father's old cabin in the woods, a place he hadn't visited in years. As he approached, he noticed the eerie stillness surrounding the dilapidated structure. Inside, cobwebs and dust covered every surface, but Liam knew his father's true work lay hidden elsewhere. In the basement, behind a false wall, Liam discovered a pristine laboratory filled with advanced equipment and strange, pulsating containment pods. And there, on the central table, lay his father's journal, the pages filled with frantic scribbles and detailed sketches of an alien creature unlike anything Liam had ever seen. A dangerous specimen. As Liam delved deeper into his father's research, a sudden crash echoed through the lab. One of the containment pods had shattered, and a grotesque, insectoid creature emerged, its exoskeleton glistening under the harsh laboratory lights. The creature lunged at Liam, its razor-sharp mandibles barely missing his face. Liam grabbed the nearest weapon, a high-powered tranquilizer gun, and fired, the dart finding its mark in the creature's thorax. The alien monstrosity stumbled, its movements growing sluggish until it finally collapsed, unconscious. The gravity of the situation. With the creature subdued, Liam's mind raced with questions and fears. His father's message, the hidden lab, and now this dangerous alien specimen. What did it all mean? As he secured the creature in a new containment unit, Liam realized the gravity of the situation. This was no mere scientific curiosity. It was a matter of life and death, with implications that stretched far beyond the confines of this hidden laboratory. Determined to unravel the truth behind his father's disappearance and the alien threat, Liam steeled himself for the challenges ahead. Little did he know, this was only the beginning of a dangerous journey that would test the limits of his intellect, courage, and humanity itself. The hunters arrive. An unexpected visit. As Liam studied the alien specimen, the whir of helicopter blades echoed from above. He raced up the stairs, emerging from the cabin to find a sleek, black helicopter landing in the clearing. The door slid open, revealing a tall, imposing woman with piercing blue eyes and a dark, form-fitting tactical suit. "Dr. Liam Hoffman," she called out, her voice cutting through the roar of the dying engine. "I'm Agent Vera Novak, U.S. Alien Threat Response Unit. We need to talk." The alien hunters. Inside the cabin, Vera revealed the true nature of her visit. "Your father's research caught our attention," she explained, her gaze intense. "We believe he stumbled upon a hostile alien threat, one we've been tracking for months." Liam listened, his heart racing as Vera laid out the evidence. A series of strange disappearances, reports of unidentified creatures, and now his father's hidden lab and the alien specimen. "We need your help, Dr. Hoffman," Vera said, leaning forward. "Your father's research could be the key to stopping these creatures before they establish a foothold on our planet." The bitter truth. Liam hesitated, his mind reeling from the revelations. "What about my father?" he asked, his voice strained. "Do you know what happened to him?" Vera's expression softened, a flicker of sympathy in her eyes. "We believe your father made a deal with the aliens, a misguided attempt to advance his research. But something went wrong. The aliens turned on him, and now—" She trailed off, letting the unspoken truth hang in the air. Liam felt a wave of grief and anger wash over him, the realization that his father's obsession had led to his downfall. The looming threat. We've located the aliens' base, Vera continued, her voice urgent. They're preparing for something big, and we need to strike now before it's too late. She gestured to the window, where Liam saw a convoy of black SUVs approaching, filled with heavily armed agents. My team is ready to move out, but we could use your expertise. Your father's research could give us the edge we need. A personal mission. Liam looked down at his father's journal, the pages filled with secrets and unanswered questions. He knew he couldn't turn away, not with so much at stake. "I'm in," he said, his voice filled with determination. "But I need answers about my father. I need to know the truth." Vera nodded, a glimmer of respect in her eyes. "We'll find the truth together, Dr. Hoffman. But first, we have a job to do." As Liam gathered his father's research and prepared to join the alien hunters, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was embarking on a journey from which there might be no return. But he knew he had to forge ahead, for his father, for the truth, and for the fate of humanity itself. Into the hive, descending into darkness. The alien hunters moved silently through the dark, winding tunnels, their weapons at the ready. Lion followed close behind, his heart pounding in his chest as they descended deeper into the heart of the alien hive. The air grew thick and humid, the walls pulsating with a sickly, bioluminescent glow. Strange, shittering noises echoed through the chambers, a chilling reminder of the horrors that lurked in the depths. A deadly encounter. As they rounded a corner, a sudden screech pierced the air. A swarm of alien drones burst from the shadows, their razor-sharp claws and gnashing mandibles thirsting for blood. The hunters opened fire, the deafening roar of gunfire filling the tunnels. Liam ducked behind a rocky outcropping, his tranquilizer gun gripped tightly in his hands. He watched in awe as Vera and her team fought with brutal efficiency, their movements fluid and precise as they cut down the attacking creatures. The alien queen. But the drones were merely the vanguard. As the last of the creatures fell, a bone-chilling roar shook the chamber. From the depths of the hive emerged a towering monstrosity, its exoskeleton glistening with an iridescent sheen. The alien queen, a nightmarish fusion of insectoid and humanoid features, fixed its multifaceted eyes on the intruders. The hunters unleashed a barrage of gunfire, but the queen's armor deflected the bullets like rain. With a sweep of its massive, blade-like forearms, it sent the hunters flying, their bodies crumpling against the unyielding stone. A desperate stand. Liam found himself alone, facing the queen in a moment of pure, primal terror. The creature advanced, its jaws dripping with venomous saliva, its eyes filled with a malevolent intelligence. In a flash of desperate inspiration, Liam raised his tranquilizer gun and fired, the dart finding its mark in the queen's unprotected throat. The creature stumbled, its movements growing sluggish as the powerful sedative coursed through its veins. A horrifying discovery. Seizing his chance, Liam raced deeper into the hive, searching for any sign of his father. And there, in a chamber filled with pulsating alien technology, he found him. But Elias Hoffman was no longer the man Liam once knew. His body was twisted and deformed, half assimilated by the alien biomass. His eyes, now black and lifeless, stared at Liam with a haunting emptiness. "Father," Liam whispered, his voice cracking with emotion. "What have they done to you?" Elias's lips moved, a rasping, inhuman voice emerging from his throat. "The future, Liam. The future of our species. You must join us. Embrace the change." A painful choice. Liam recoiled, horror and revulsion twisting in his gut. This was not his father, not anymore. The man he once knew was gone, consumed by the very horrors he had sought to understand. With a heavy heart, Liam turned away, the weight of his father's betrayal and the looming alien threat crushing down upon him. As the hive began to collapse around him, shaken by the battle above, Liam made his way back to the surface, his mind reeling with the terrible truth he had uncovered. But even as he emerged into the sunlight, Liam knew that this was only the beginning. The alien threat was far from over, and he would need all his strength and intellect to face the challenges that lay ahead. The greater threat, a chilling revelation. In the aftermath of the hive infiltration, Liam and the alien hunters regrouped, their faces grim with the weight of their discovery. The hive, it seemed, was merely a small piece of a much larger puzzle, a fragment of the aliens' true intentions. Vera paced the room, her eyes filled with a cold, calculated determination. "We've intercepted communications between the aliens," she said, her voice tight with urgency. "They're preparing for a full-scale invasion, a massive assault on our planet." Liam felt a chill run down his spine, the enormity of the situation sinking in. "How long do we have?" he asked, his mind racing with the implications. "Days, maybe less," Vera replied, her expression grave. "We need to act now, hit them hard before they have a chance to launch their attack." A controversial plan. But Liam hesitated, a nagging doubt tugging at the edges of his mind. The encounter with his father, twisted and assimilated by the alien biomass, had shaken him deeply. He couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this conflict than simple conquest and subjugation. "What if there's another way?" he suggested, his voice cautious but determined. "What if we could find a way to communicate with them, to understand their motivations? Maybe we could find a peaceful solution." Vera scoffed, her eyes narrowing with skepticism. "You saw what they did to your father, to our people. These creatures don't want peace, Liam. They want domination." An unexpected alliance. But even as Vera pushed for a preemptive strike, Liam found an unexpected ally. A rebel faction of the aliens, led by a creature known as Zaxa, reached out to him, seeking to end a cycle of war and violence. In a clandestine meeting, Zaxa revealed the true nature of the conflict, a schism within the alien hierarchy, a battle between those who sought conquest and those who desired coexistence. "We are not all the same," Zaxa said, its voice a haunting, multi-toned whisper. "Some of us seek a different path, a future where our species can live in harmony, but we cannot do it alone." A risky gambit. Liam and Zaxa hatched a daring plan, a gambit that could end the invasion before it even began. They would infiltrate the alien command ship, a massive vessel orbiting high above the Earth, and confront the alien warlord directly. It was a risky move, one that required trust and cooperation between human and alien alike. But Liam knew it was their best chance, their only hope of averting a catastrophic war that could spell the end of both their species. The calm before the storm. As Liam prepared for the final confrontation, he couldn't shake the weight of the responsibility that rested on his shoulders. The fate of 2 worlds, of countless lives, hung in the balance, dependent on the success of their desperate plan. But even in the face of such overwhelming odds, Liam found a glimmer of hope, a flicker of determination that burned within him. He would see this through, no matter the cost, for the sake of his father, for the sake of humanity, and for the chance of a better future for all. The final confrontation. Infiltrating the command ship. Liam and Zaxa moved silently through the sleek, alien corridors of the command ship, their footsteps muffled by the thrum of advanced machinery. Around them, the rebel aliens, a motley crew of warriors and technicians, fanned out, securing the perimeter and preparing for the final assault. The plan was simple but daring. Infiltrate the ship's central command, confront the alien warlord, and force a surrender that would end the invasion before it began. But as they delved deeper into the heart of the vessel, Liam couldn't shake the feeling that their presence had not gone unnoticed. A desperate battle. As they reached the command center, a massive, domed chamber pulsing with eerie, bioluminescent light, their fears were confirmed. The alien warlord, a towering, nightmarish creature, bristling with razor-sharp spines and chitinous armor, turned to face them, its eyes gleaming with malevolent intelligence. "Foolish primates," it hissed, its voice a guttural, multi-toned snarl. "You think you can stop the inevitability of our conquest? You are nothing more than insects to be crushed beneath our heel." And with that, the chamber erupted into chaos. Alien warriors, their bodies twisted and augmented by advanced technology, surged forward, their weapons spitting bolts of searing energy. Liam and the rebel aliens fought back, their own weapons blazing, the air filled with the stench of ozone and seared flesh. A clash of wills. Amidst the chaos of battle, Liam found himself face to face with the alien warlord, a hulking monstrosity that towered over him. The creature's eyes burned with a hatred that transcended mere conquest, a loathing born of eons of conflict and strife. They clashed in a furious melee, Liam's agility and intellect pitted against the warlord's brute strength and cunning. Blow after blow they exchanged, neither giving quarter, each driven by a desperate need to prevail. But even as they fought, Liam sensed a flicker of hesitation in the warlord's movements, a momentary pause that belied a deeper conflict within. And in that instant, he saw his chance. The power of words. "It doesn't have to be this way," Liam gasped, his voice strained with exertion. "We can end this, find a way to coexist. Your own people, the rebels, they want peace." The warlord faltered, its eyes widening with a mix of surprise and confusion. "Peace," it snarled, its voice dripping with contempt. "There can be no peace between predator and prey, conqueror and conquered." But Liam pressed on, his words tumbling out in a desperate plea. "We're not so different, you and I. We both want what's best for our people, for our future. But this war, this endless cycle of violence, it will destroy us all." A momentous decision. For a long, tense moment, the warlord regarded Liam, its gaze inscrutable, and then, with a shuddering sigh, it lowered its weapon, its shoulders slumping with the weight of centuries of conflict. "Perhaps you are right, human," it said, its voice a rumble of grudging respect. "Perhaps there is another way, a path that does not lead to mutual destruction." Around them the battle stilled, the combatants on both sides lowering their weapons in a moment of stunned silence. And in that moment, a flicker of hope blossomed, a fragile seed of possibility in a universe torn by war. A new beginning. In the days that followed, Liam and Zaxa worked tirelessly to broker a truce between the humans and the rebel aliens, a delicate balance of diplomacy and compromise. It was a difficult road, fraught with mistrust and old wounds, but slowly, tentatively, a new understanding began to emerge. For Liam, the victory was bittersweet. Though the threat of invasion had been averted, the loss of his father, consumed by the very horrors he had sought to understand, weighed heavily upon him. But even in his grief, Liam found solace in the knowledge that his father's work, misguided though it may have been, had laid the foundation for a brighter future. A future where humans and aliens could stand together, united in the face of the unknown. The quest continues. As Liam stood on the observation deck of the rebel alien ship, gazing out at the vast expanse of space, he knew that his journey was far from over. There were still mysteries to unravel, threats to confront, and bridges to build between two worlds that had once seemed irreconcilably alien. But he also knew that he would not face these challenges alone. With Zaxa and the rebel aliens by his side, and the memory of his father to guide him, Liam stood ready to embrace the future, no matter what dangers it might hold. For in the end, he had learned the greatest lesson of all, that in the face of the unknown, the most powerful weapon was not a gun or a ship, but the indomitable spirit of human determination, the unquenchable thirst for understanding, and the courage to forge a path to peace, no matter the odds. And with that knowledge burning bright within him, Liam stepped forward, ready to face the next great adventure in the vast, uncharted reaches of the cosmos.